Now, the past 9 days could not just change the world, but rather the entire solar system. The Bezos venture follows Branson's Virgin Galactic. The billionaire space race has loftier goals for the new era of human civilization. So Branson wants Virgin Galactic to normalize space tourism. In his words, fill the world with astronauts. Origin is working on a moon lander to make the moon a routine destination and wants to mine asteroids. SpaceX and Musk has his eyes on sending humans to Mars, also filling low Earth orbits with satellites, sending them to the space station as well, of course, all to make the final trappings for a permanent human presence in outer space. Miles O'Brien is with us. Miles, okay, I'd like us for a second to forget the billionaires all spending billions and billions and all of that. I'd like you to think of them as sponsors, patrons, if you will, of space, as the old patrons of the explorers, Magellan and Columbus and Vasco da Gama, and they paved the way for new things. If that is the case, who is the true explorer here?
Ah, interesting. You mean of the three or just in general?
Yes.
That's a tough question. Here's what I would say to you, Richard. It's important to think of the big picture here, right? I think the idea of extending human presence beyond the Earth is ingrained, and it's something ingrained in us genetically. I mean, otherwise, the human beings would never have left sub-Saharan Africa, right? Here we've populated the planet. Now we look beyond. So to look at the three of them and say, oh, who's the better explorer here? Who's pushing it further? Each of them adds a little piece to the puzzle. And, I think we in the media have kind of enjoyed this narrative of the billionaires in a race with each other. I don't think they, of course, there's some competitive nature here. Richard Branson put himself ahead of the line in front of Jeff Bezos. So there must have been a little bit of that. But it's not like they're each of them, kind of looking at the other going, oh, he's going to steal my idea. Space is a big place. There's a lot of room out there. There's a lot of resources. There's a lot of ideas that can be brought to fruition. And most importantly, Richard, and this is where people get into this either or question. Why aren't we feeding people on this planet instead of doing this? We need to go there to learn better how to take care of our planet. It's all part of the big picture in continuing our civilization on a good and fruitful course and avoiding extinction.
But Miles, the sort of work that they are doing to do that, what you've just said, I think of it as governments. I think of it as NASA, the European Space Agency, the Japanese agency. That one traditionally thinks in space terms, and this is a quantum change perhaps in our thinking. I've always thought of it as that's the job of the big ones.
Yeah, but you're a free market guy, Richard. I mean, can you imagine if the airline industry had never moved out of being subsidized by airmail, right? I mean, can you imagine if that was... Can you imagine the airline industry before 1978, before it was deregulated? Look how that changed things. So the free market works pretty well.
Right.
And it's been difficult because NASA has been the 800-pound gorilla in this business for so long with the cost-plus contracts. It's been impossible for these little guys, relatively speaking, to get in the game.
Miles,
but that's changing, and that's good, don't you think?
Absolutely. So I look at Musk, and he's already taking people to the space station, and he's putting satellites, lots of them. He has a commercially viable operation or on the way to. I look at Branson, he's got Galactic, which is going to launch he's got the Virgin is going to launch satellites orbit, and he's got Galactic. And I look at Amazon's Bezos, and I don't see what he does next that has a commercial opportunity within it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Let's face it. Musk he's a few orders of magnitude ahead of these guys. He's taking things to orbit. He has great contracts with NASA. He's got a different, his business is on a different plane, if you will. You look at Richard Branson's, that's a very finely tuned vehicle for space tourism and not much else. They do have an orbital enterprise to put small payloads in orbit, but a different architecture than what you see there. Here's what you have to understand about the Bezos rocket. That rocket is way more complex and way over-engineered and has way more systems than you would ever need just to do a simple suborbital hop like you saw today. It has liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. You don't need that to go up 65 miles. So he's built a system that is scalable to orbit relatively easily because they're learning how to operate those systems at a smaller scale. Then you start going to orbit, then you start thinking about doing other things, then you start pushing to the moon and beyond.
Miles, you said he's bought or he's built. No, he didn't. You and I built it. Listen to what I assume you've got an Amazon Prime account. Listen to what Bezos said today. Listen to him.
I want to thank every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer, because you guys paid for all of this. So seriously, for every Amazon customer out there and every Amazon employee, thank you from the bottom of my heart very much. It's very appreciated.
Miles, I bet you never thought you'd pay for a rocket to go into space other than through taxes.
Yeah, it just changes the way you think about same-day delivery. But, you know, he talks a lot about, he talks a lot about the golden ticket that Amazon is. And I got to give him credit. He's doing something that it's a long-term play, but the idea of humanity becoming multi-planetary, maybe multi-solar system is a big idea, which we shouldn't let go of.
Great to see you. Miles, just the man we needed and just the voice we wanted to hear from. Thank you, sir.